Hi again. You're wondering why today I'm not outside and I'm in a bedroom on the bed. Well, let me tell you. Today I decided I'm going to come up with a set of exercises that I can do anytime and anywhere. And why on a bed? Because when I travel, I mostly travel in a camper van or a motorhome. And last winter, when we were in the camper van and in the motorhome, I can tell you the weather was not the best to exercise outside. So what happened quite a few days, a week and many weeks, I ended up not doing the best in terms of my exercise routine. So as I am a fair weather walker and I like exercising outside only in the good weather, in the winter that is not the case. So this year, 2021, my intention is to focus and build a strong and healthy body. And I needed to come up with some exercises that I can do no matter what. And as I'm planning to go on a trip tomorrow for a few weeks, and again, even though it's summer could be unpredictable. We could have rainy days. And again, I don't want that to distract me from my goal to build and maintain a strong and healthy body. So here are the exercises that I've come up with that I can continue to do in the van, rain or shine. We'll start with the lower body exercises. So all you need actually for this to keep strong and keep building strength is a bed. Could be a ground, but in this case you need a bed and a band. So let's start with the lower body. And again, I try to maximize the time of the exercises I use. So resistance bands gives me that additional kind of intensity. So lying down to work on legs, core and back. You can just tense the band for a few seconds and let go. Tense the band for a few seconds and let go. And you would feel the lower part of the legs down here, close to the buttocks working, the legs here working. Now, placing the band around just above your ankles makes that much harder. So if you find it's too hard, placing the band closer to your knees will make it easier. So the resistance is not going to be so high. But ideally, you want to do that with a band around your ankles. So I would say do 10 sets, rest, and do another 10 sets. Or even better, rather than resting, what I usually do is I alternate with another exercise. So after I've done this with the external stretch, which predominantly works on this part of the legs, I would do one that will work on my knees and quads, which will be placing the band like that, like stepping on it, and having it on, again, lower part of the leg next to the ankle. Placing the left foot on the bed and then stretching the band. So here, it's really good for strengthening the knee and also the quads. They're working really hard. So do 10 times with one leg. Swap the band around and 10 times with the other leg. And I would say do at least 2 or 3 sets of 10. And again, you can go back to working on this side of the muscles. Now, you can work these muscles together with the core. So if you've watched the 2021 challenge, one of the videos, one of the first ones actually, the bonus video showed you how to do the lowering of the legs down and up with a resistant band that will not just engage the core but will also engage your legs. So instead of just doing this sideways stretch that only engages the legs, you can do the sideways stretch, lowering your legs down and getting them up, and then stretching and lowering them down and getting them up, stretching, lowering them down and up. In this way you engage the legs as well as the core, so you're working both. Okay, so we've done the sides with the core, we've done the quads and the knees. Now we can also target the glutes, and this is probably the so-called clamp that you may have come across. So you place the resistant band just above your knees, and you kind of get into a 90-degree angle of your hips and thigh and shins, and then what you do is just stretch, pulling your knee up. Okay, and this one works again the back of the leg, the thighs, the external side of the thighs. It's really good. So again, do about 10 or 15 on this one, and then swap and do the other leg. The other way you can work those side muscles is, instead of doing the straight legs that we talked about, you could do that with bent legs. So this time the resistant band is under your knees, and you just stretch them and let them back in. Stretch and let back in. Again, this is working predominantly the glutes. And this is a little bit like the machine in the gym that you push out with your knees. So you can do that one as well. That's really good and isolates really the glutes. Yeah. Now we still need to work a little bit more on the quads. So we've done the one we had with opening and closing the knee. Another one, if you want to target more the quad, is doing that with a straight leg. So the band is a little bit higher, and what you do is like lift up the leg and hold, lift up and hold. And again, do about 10 on one leg, 10 on the other, and again 2 or 3 sets of those. So we work the front and the sides of the legs. Now the inner thighs, they're quite important as well. So this is a little bit more, could be a bit more challenging. But again, you need to place the band on the side of the feet, yeah, like that. Then step on one side. You need to straighten the leg and push up or pull the band up. And this engages the inner thigh of this leg and the back of the supporting leg that is keeping the band on the bed, because that leg has to push down. So this one, the one that pushes up, is engaging the inner thigh, and this one is pushing down, so it's engaging the back. So again, do about 10 of these and then swap the legs. So now we kind of worked most of the legs, most parts of the legs, which is really good. The next one we want to work on is core. So again, for the core, if you do this one, the up and down with the band, we'll work on the core. If that is too hard, you just work on the core with the legs without the band. Yeah. Okay. The other option to make it a bit harder on the core is when you're moving your legs, you just lift up your head and your shoulders off the bed, and just do it that way. Okay. Another good one, exercise for the core, is lying in bed, just lifting your legs up and trying to touch your toes by lifting your shoulders and back off the bed. And again, doing this 10 times and trying to keep at the last time for about 10 seconds and letting go. Okay, so that's another good one for the core. Another good one is, of course, the low boat we talked about and we had in one of the videos. But if that is too hard, what you could do is the adjustment to that. So you just go up and down like that on the bed, and that also works your thighs and arms. Another good one for core to do is the push the ceiling, again from the core challenge video. So most of the core challenge 2021 videos, actually you can do those exercises on the bed. So the pushing the ceiling one, and you can put your arms next to you to balance, and it's quite bouncy in the bed. So doing that. The other option is, which is quite hard, but if you're quite advanced working on your core, if you're familiar with the eagle pose from yoga, locking up and then touching your elbows with your knees. So doing about 10 of these, and again on the 10th one, if you can hold for 10 seconds, and then swapping them the other way, crossing your legs and arms in the other way, and again knee, elbow, and again holding at the end. So that's going to give you a core reasonably good workout. So these are some of the exercises that I will be doing no matter what, whether it's sunny or not, whether it's raining, whether it's cold, whether I'm in a van or in a house, because no matter where I will be, there will be a bed. And my traveling companion, my best fitness equipment, a resistance band. The resistance band can also work your upper body, which is also important to do. And again, it is a very simple way to do that. Placing the band around your wrists and just pushing outwards. Make sure your elbows are locked into your body, pushing outwards. And then turning your palms up, which will engage different kind of muscles, and pushing outwards. And again, putting your palms down and pushing outwards. And this really well engages particularly the shoulder, and that's where I find I need to work on, because my upper arm or shoulder strength is not enough. So with this little friend that travels with me everywhere, I can do a reasonably good workout, strength training workout for my upper arms, for my lower body and my core, anywhere I go. Have a go, try that, and hope you enjoy exercising in bed.